Congressman Bob Good here with your weekly Good News from Washington. And I want to begin with telling you how disappointed I was with the House Republican leadership working with the Biden administration to pass the Failed Responsibility Act, which was just a terrible increase in the debt ceiling, where it discarded all of the cuts and reforms we had in the previously passed Limit, Save, Grow Act, and it's essentially an unconditional increase to the debt ceiling, estimated to be $4 trillion over the next year and a half. And so as a result of that also being passed with majority Democrat votes, we decided to force a stop in the legislative action on the House floor a couple of days ago to force Republican leadership back to the discussion table to talk about how we're going to move forward together pursuing fiscal reform, spending cuts, and a true conservative policy agenda. We also passed a couple of bills out of my Education and Workforce Committee. We passed my bill, the Self-Insurance Protection Act, which will help ensure that small businesses can have stop-loss insurance protection that will enable them to provide competitive, low-cost insurance options for their employees. We also passed a bill disapproving of the housing of illegal aliens in public schools at taxpayer expense. We don't think that the Biden administration ought to be doing that, and so that bill did pass out of our committee. We also had a hearing for Julie Su, who the Biden administration is trying to move from acting Secretary of Labor to permanent Secretary of Labor. And during the hearing and my questioning, we were able to reveal the fact that she has racist views that she's expressed. She also is against religious freedom for those employers who want to operate their business according to their deeply held religious beliefs. And so she certainly should be rejected by the Senate and should not become the Secretary of Labor. Finally, I'm disappointed that President Biden chose to veto our bill overturning his unconstitutional student loan transfer scheme, which again would force taxpayers to pay the student loan debt of others. And that's, we believe, unconstitutional, improper, immoral. So we're looking forward to the Supreme Court overturning that, but meanwhile it will come back to the House in the next couple of weeks for us to try to override his veto. I want to thank you again for the privilege of serving you in Washington and being your representative. Thank you.